Okay, this is the tips video for number 9, the time sleep function. So I gave you the code, a bunch of code over here, Declaration of Independence. And when I run this, it just prints it pretty quickly. And it makes it difficult to read. Well, let's see here. There's one thing we can do to help read. And that's, there we go, give ourselves a little more room. But even then, watch how fast it prints. And it's all gobbledygook. So I'd like to just read one line at a time and make it easier to read. So my instructions tell you to use the sleep function to slow it down and let it just print one line on the screen at a time, give the user time to read it, and then print the next line, give the user time to read it, and then the next line, and it's a little more enjoyable for the reader. So I'm going to show you a new module. This is the first module that we're importing, and this one is called the time module. And that module contains a bunch of functions, just like up here in the name. It contains a sleep function. So if I wanted to first print July 4th, 1776, and then I wanted to sleep right there, I'm going to type in time dot. Now the dot notation means that this sleep function is contained within, it's kind of like a folder, is within that time module. The time module has multiple functions. Now let's see, how long should I let it sleep? It only takes a second to read July 4th. So I'll put 1 in there. Then I'm going to copy, Control C, hit enter, and paste Control V. And let's see, I'll put 1, maybe I'll put 1.5. You can use decimals with this as well. Let's give it a run before I keep going. Let's see how it looks. Let's clear this. Alright, ready? July 4th, 1776. We hold these truths. Ooh, that was pretty fast. So maybe I should go 1.5 here, and maybe I'll go 2 seconds here. So what I want you guys to do is, paste these in between each line. You're going to be copying this line and pasting it right here in between each line, and then adjusting the time until it's comfortable for you to read. And if you can just read it to yourself, you don't have to read it out loud. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, I like that one. I'm going to leave it at 2 for that one. Some of these are a little bit longer. It's going to be need to be more than 2. But these first 2 lines I'm going to put at 2. You can put them at 2.5 if you want, whatever you want. Have some fun with it. And at the end of the year, I'll have a quiz over this. You have to memorize the Declaration of Independence. No, not really. But I find it one of the best documents ever written by man. Now, this isn't the entire 17th Declaration of Independence. I just took the snippet that's the most popular. It's the most commonly known portion of it. All right, so one more thing. You might be going, okay, Mr. G, that's cool. You're showing us these neat module that has a bunch of functions in it. But where can we look up all these functions? So we want to see what Python is capable of doing. So I went up here to python.org. Oop, let me go back here. So I went to python.org. That's the main website. This is the official website for the Python programming language. The people who built it, they created this. Anyway, so I went to docs for documentation, either one of these, and I just clicked on this guy, and it brings me to this docs. And down here, and there's tutorials and things like that, but down here there's a global module index. So this shows all of the different modules that contain, and it's alphabetized, A, B, C, so you could click to skip down, which we will do. All of these are modules that contain multiple functions within each module. So there's just loads. So watch, when I go over here to the time, T for time, and I find our time module right there. And it opens up all these. If I scroll down, I'm going to start seeing the functions. Time.ask time, ASC time. Some of these, geez, I've got no idea. I'd have to sit there and read them. I'm going to go down, it's alphabetized. We're looking for the S for sleep function. There it is. Time.sleep, that's the one that we're using. And it says suspend execution of the calling thread for the given number of seconds. Anyway, it's pretty cool. When they say it can be a floating point number, that means with a decimal. So it doesn't have to be integer, and I've already shown you that. Alright, have some fun with it, and we'll see you in the next lesson.